Now, can synthetic clothing cause health problems?
That is a great question. In my opinion, and from a health point of view, synthetic clothing and synthetic dyes are not necessarily a problem if they're produced in a country that has good checks and balances to ensure the synthetics that are being used are processed in a way that's healthy. If you're buying clothes that are extremely cheap, you have to ask yourself, why is the clothing cheap? What kind of dyes are they using? Is it
The
possible?
dyes.
Yeah, the dyes that they're using are chemicals that we do not know about.
You know, I bought braids once, and this is the first time it's ever happened to me. So I do my own braids, and I had a rouge set. Never had I experienced this, but it was a red dye, and red dyes are known for having, I don't know what chemicals they use, but they are known for having the highest toxicity or something, right? I had a big rash on my back. It was incredible. I had to cut the braids off. But imagine sitting 8 hours. I did that. 8 hours I sat. The braids were done. I was like, yes, time to flaunt. And it's like I had to chop them off. Now I had a big rash, so like it's interesting you talk about the dyes. It's in hairs, it's in fabrics, yeah.
Even not just clothing, jewelry, belts. If they have lead in them, lead can leak and leach into your skin and cause other health problems.
So, question: you mentioned an interesting topic, lead in clothing, in jewelry. What are the signs that people can look out for? I have heard sometimes there is lead, let's say in lipsticks, and then you can see dots of black on your lips sometimes. Is that correct?
Yeah, you can depending on your skin tone and how much lead is in the product. You mentioned lipstick. Some of the clothing, I've seen clothing recalls from clothes made in China, and even children's toys at Winners. They've recalled them because they realize there's higher levels of lead in there than is what is allowed in North America. So some of the symptoms might be lethargy, or say, for example, if you're wearing rings, you might have numbness, what we call neuropathy, numbness in the fingertips. And then if you're exposed to excessive amounts of lead over time, it can affect you mentally. You can have mental fog, and you can even develop anemia. So we don't see this a lot recently, but in the past, like with the old buildings, children were known to eat like the chipped off lead painting and then develop some symptoms of lead poisoning, like, as I say, neuropathy, mental or nerve problems, mental fog.
We need to hear the opinions of men. So you also, men, you use products. What are like the top 5 products you use? And also, that's when you, Anita, you can come in and also maybe talk of these products and things to watch out for. Are you cautious about these as well as you get older for a man?
Yeah, speaking personally for myself, I think I'm very cautious about what I use, especially, for example, my face. I don't use lotion in my face. Lotion is strictly for my other body. I get to use Vaseline a lot during the winter because it kind of like protects your skin from, the wind and breaking. Basically, functional things, lotion, Vaseline. The other thing that I did find was that, you know how you go for a shave? I find that most barbers weren't using like the aftershave, like especially here in Canada. My experience was like you go for a haircut and that's it. Yet you would want to use a bit of aftershave, to cover those areas that have been really cut through with a machine, just to protect your skin and all that. And that's why I feel like I'm very cautious about like who you go to, who cuts your hair, because men develop these I don't know, those bubbly bubbles at the back
The
of the hair
sanitation of the tools
used.
used.
Yes, I'm very cautious about that. So yeah, like I actually do carry my own aftershave because the barbers actually don't have them, and if they have them, how many people have they used them with? So I'll carry my own aftershave. If I'm going to get a haircut, then after the haircut, I'll just apply my aftershave, and that's it. But I try to avoid using so many things, like just functional things.